everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Dialogue Tree. This is episode 36. My name is Daniel Padilla, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful friend, Matthew NES Object Limit Peterson.
Nice. Thank you. What is the NES object limit, Daniel?
It's kind of like how there's like a certain limit of like objects and sprites that you can have, like moving objects and sprites that you can have on the screen at any point. This is why when you play Contra in multiplayer and you have the spread gun, sometimes it's not even really a spread gun, because if you have two people shooting the spread gun, then like you'll crap out the NES object limit.
Yeah, and it can't keep shooting.
Yeah, right. Or even if you do shoot, like you only shoot like one bullet instead of like a whole bunch spreading out, you know? That's probably not the most technical explanation of it, but that's as much as I can give.
That seems like a good explanation of it.
Yeah. Was good, dog. Tell me about your life, man. I'm excited to know what's happened since we last recorded the show in your life.
Let's see. Today we've been on tropical storm warning or whatever all day.
Has it actually rained?
Yeah, I did go outside and I got you ever been on like a fishing boat?
No.
It was like that.
No, dude. What does that mean, dude? You want to elaborate?
It's just like, it's like not even that it's that rainy, but like the wind is like throwing it in your face, and it's like hard to look forward. Like I wish I had a poncho when I was out today.
Gotcha. It just kind of pushes you around and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like dangerous, really.
Right. Of course.
But it's like 40-mile-an-hour wind. It's a lot.
Damn. Yeah. That'll shake you up a whole bit.
There's like an apartment building, and they have like a tent, I guess, like a catering cover outside for people to eat under, and that like 3 of the contact points had come up, and it looked like it was about to just fucking fly away in the wind.
God damn. I hope they did something about that. I would hate to
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could just be gone.
Right. Damn.
But yeah, I got super wet. I don't know. That was like 2 hours ago, so I'm fine now. I'm over it.
Yeah. Were you out walking or riding a bike?
No, I went out walking. I never bike ride when it's going to be wet, because it's just it's difficult.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, today was also my girlfriend's birthday.
Oh, very nice. Happy birthday to Vicky.
Probably weird to hear it a week later, but happy birthday, I guess. There's nothing to really do. I didn't even buy anything yet, because like I can't go into any stores to buy anything. I haven't even gotten my birthday present. That was like months and months ago. So like,
I was
everything's just still like on hold. But yeah, we just played a game on Tabletop Simulator, which works very well. I'm surprised by how good it is.
What kind of games do you find on that, man?
It has like some supported natively things, but it just has like Steam Workshop, which is like open modding. So I have never thought of a game that I couldn't find on Tabletop Simulator.
Like, so could you do like fucking bananagrams on it?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
The thing is that the other player needs to have it, right? Needs to like have.
You need to download the mod, but they're all free. As long as everyone has it, you can play it.
Right. As long as everyone's purchased like the actual Tabletop Simulator.
If you'll buy the game, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, it has like everything I could think of. It has the Titanic board game, which I have, which I didn't think. I thought maybe that was just like a test from the government or something that was placed into my life, but apparently it did actually happen.
No, dude. Once a game like the Titanic game is on Tabletop Simulator, that should give you a pretty good idea that like literally everything.
Everything, yeah. I was just looking around for other examples, but you're right. That's pretty much the ultimate example.
Damn. Why the fuck do you own the actual real Titanic game?
I went to a church like garage sale. It's every year downtown, and it was there for 25 cents. And I was like, 25 cents for this whole board game with almost all of the pieces? Hell yeah, dude. So I got it, and I've played it with my family and some other people multiple times. It's actually pretty good if you ignore how like freaking morbid it is.
Nice. I was gonna ask if it was actually any good. Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's a lot of luck based.
But I guess if you mean morbid, is because you're trying to avoid dying.
Yeah, like the winner is the one who doesn't die.
Oh shit, dude. Damn.
Like the end of the game is the lifeboat.
Also, oh god. But also, hold on. Is it Titanic based on like the movie or just kind of like on the story?
Just the event. Just the
event. Damn. Yeah, dude.
I
wow,
believe this board game. I think this came out before the James Cameron movie.
I feel like that's kind of I feel like that could kind of be comparable to like making a game out of a fucking 9/11 or something, dude. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
goddamn.
It's like not quite as bad because it wasn't an intentional
Right,
disaster. But
right.
but it is
And
really, really bad.
yeah, like people, real people, actually, like the whole fucking everyone who was in the boat died that time. You know, like so it's weird to
Yeah.
like make it like entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Who am
Yeah.
I to say, man? That is neither here nor there. I'm glad you own this game, and I'm glad it's a good
Yeah.
time to play
No,
with.
I would recommend it. The Irish dude my copy has the Irish dude is very overpowered because all his dialogue cards are missing except one, and when you talk
Oh
to him, it
God.
says, "I heard you have head lice. That must have been expensive to remove, and you have to pay, like, $100." So you just lose $100 every time you talk to him. He's banned from competitive play.
Right. Yeah, I think it's understandable. Also, $100 back in like when the fuck was the Titanic? 20s, 30s?
Yeah, I think 20s.
The $100 back then was shitload of money.
Yeah, well, it was, like, ultra rich people, so
Right. But no, I mean, I could certainly think of worse ways of spending 25 cents, man. So I'll I'll say that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't recommend paying, like, a reasonable price for it, but for 25 cents, hell yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, what did you do today, Daniel?
So this week has been quite heavy in terms of like work and also because I started my master's program, so I've been kind of like
Yeah.
juggling both. So it's felt like a lot. I've had to give a lot of presentations for work, different schools, come up with like my own presentations, which I don't often have to do, and that's just like, tiring. And even today, I had to finish a presentation today and then give it later. So and like it's fine, right? Like I only presented for like an hour and 15, but like I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but like when I'm presenting, like it's tiring because you have to be like 100% engaged and connected the entire time, right? Because you
Right.
are the speaker and like you have to be on the lookout for like people asking you questions and everything, and you have to like lead the whole thing, right? Especially because the people that I presented to today were kind of lame in the sense that they wouldn't participate a lot. Like for the little like activities that I did, I ran a Kahoot and a Menti and a couple other
Kahoot.
things. Yeah, you know what that is?
I'm, like, aware of its existence, but I don't really know how to use it. I've never used it myself.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's we always use it because we work with like schools and stuff. That's so like we give it as an idea to like teachers to use with their students and whatever.
Right.
Not that we're sponsored by it or anything, but whatever. But yeah, so they were participative when I ran those little activities because they didn't have to like speak. All they had to do was open the thing on their phone or on their computers or whatever. But like like when I'm presenting, I like to like have some interaction with the people that I'm presenting too. But like I would ask them to like open their microphones and share their own experiences and whatever, and they just fucking didn't, which is kind of lame.
Yeah.
So and not only is it kind of lame, but it also leads to me having to do all of the talking pretty much. So it just made it a lot more tiring. So I fell asleep almost immediately after I had lunch, which
Yeah.
probably didn't. I had lunch, which probably made me a lot sleepier after I gave the presentation. I fell asleep for like a good half hour, which is longer than I've napped in like years. And I woke up feeling fucking disoriented as all hell, man. Especially because I fell asleep when it was still kind of rainy out and I woke up and all the rain was gone. The sky was clear. It was sunny. It just felt like I
Yeah.
had woken up at a different fucking day. It was weird like that. So I did feel pretty exhausted, pretty out of it, but I did have a cup and a half of espresso just to try to bring myself back to life.
Hell yeah.
And it was good. It was good. And here I am now,
Yeah.
feeling a lot better, feeling revitalized, if you will.
Yeah, yesterday, Cam and I were playing, Apex Legends, an online shooter.
Nice.
Someone joins the Discord I think this was yesterday, someone joins the Discord call, and doesn't speak, so I have to tab out, like, in the middle of like,
Sure.
people are roaming to kill us, and I tab out to see who it is, and it's Daniel, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Daniel," and then he finally starts talking, and he's just like,
What?
"Dog, I'm in the middle of a presentation right now, but I wanna see what you guys are
You're
doing."
right.
And then Cam started like trying to talk to you, and you're like, "Wait, I gotta go give the presentation," and you just left.
Shit, I forgot that happened. I forgot
I
that
don't know. I thought that was funny, but super weird.
happened. Yeah. I hope no one that I work with is to this shit. But this is a presentation that I was giving with one of my coworkers, right? So like we kind of like divided the work up, you know. So like I gave my little bit, and then it was up to her to give another of her little bit. But then they asked a question like specifically to what I had said, so I had to like fucking go back.
Right. That's good.
You're right. That was weird. That was pretty funny. I was just like, yeah, I don't know, I'm presenting, but just hanging out for a bit. Yeah, you're
Oh
right.
yeah.
I did have to cut off Cameron for a hot second. I did feel kind of bad about it because he was really into whatever he was telling me. I forget
I
what
think
it
he was
was.
talking about Sly Cooper. He's been talking
Oh
about
right,
Sly
right,
Cooper.
right, right. Oh, speaking of, I haven't been able to download it yet.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting it.
My what would you get it on? Yeah, what would
I
you
would
get it
just
on?
get emulator for it,
Oh, nice.
unless that's like unreasonable. I don't know. I
Right.
know someone with the PS2. I don't know how much it costs.
I know. So I got the PS3 collection thing. I got it online and I got it for $15. You could also get the 3 games separately, but they're 10 each if you get them separately. So like whatever.
Yeah.
I just got the whole collection, but I haven't been able to download them because so I purchased it originally on Wednesday night, but my internet crapped out while the download was almost at like 90 or 90 something percent. So it just canceled the whole thing and I would have to
Oh,
download it again.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
you love when that shit happens. And I wanted to try it again yesterday. I don't know what the fuck's going on with like my internet provider, but the same shit happened yesterday at around the same time. So like internet crept out on Wednesday at around 10 p.m., right? And the same shit happened yesterday. It crept out at like 10 p.m. and it didn't come back until like 11 or 12. Even. It's inexplicable, really. And I hope it doesn't happen today again because I would hate that.
Kind of related. I was helping a friend of the show, Jordan. He was like, "Hey, I've got," because he's got his new computer. He's setting everything up, and all his files are gone.
Nice.
And he's
Oh,
like,
God.
"Hey, I want Photoshop." Um, so I was helping him acquire like Photoshop and other Premiere stuff.
Yeah.
And I was instructing him on how to like what a torrent is and like how to get one. And he gets this like torrent client I've never heard of. I think it was called like
Oh, God.
Cube torrent, like the movie.
Yeah, nice. Of
And
course.
apparently this like had I don't know if this is what happened, but I think it didn't have a maximum bound on download speed. So as soon as he started it, like he was still connected to the internet, but
Yeah.
like everything, like everyone else in the house and every other online function was like
Yeah.
sucked. All the
Oh.
bandwidth sucked up by this torrent. So like our Discord call was immediately booted. He had to like call me on the phone. He's like, "What's happening? The computer broke."
It broke again
uh,
by following your instructions. It just broke again.
but it turned out yeah, it was just a download and everything seems to
Right.
have been resolved.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so hopefully he's got all his Adobe Creative Suite software up and running now.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you use? I just use MuTorrent. That's the one that I've used since like
Uh,
fucking 2005.
I have this old program. I use my old computer to torrent things so I can like check the file before I
Right.
send it over. But
Before
it's
you
called
fuck your computer up.
yeah, it's something called Vooz, and
That sounds
I don't
familiar.
think it's good. It's just
Okay.
like I've always had it and I know how to use it.
That's
So I just like
the VOOZE.
now VUZE,
Oh, gotcha.
and it's like a picture of a frog. Um,
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how I came across it, but I've had it since like I don't know before college. So it's
Right.
just
Right.
what I'm stuck with because I know how to use it.
But shit, dude. Interesting. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I I thought I had something to say along those lines. Oh no, just coming back to PS3 and everything. I was disappointed, and I don't know what the deal is. I tried my Sly Cooper, not my Sly Cooper, my Ratchet and Clank. I tried my copy on it, and it ran, and like everything's fine. It's just there's a lot of like screen tearing, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the I don't remember ever noticing this when playing this game. Right, I used to play it way back, like as soon as I acquired it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I did notice some screen tearing when I tried it earlier this week, and I don't know if it's because the disc maybe was a little dirty
Are you using like
or
a nice TV?
I'm using the TV that I use everything else on. Like I use my PS4
But
and my
like
Switch on this.
maybe the refresh rate is higher than the game was like developed ever keeping in mind on your TV or something.
Oh well, this is also the TV that I used to run it on. Like when I had
Oh,
acquired the
okay.
game.
Then no,
Yeah,
that's
so
probably
like that.
not it.
I'm thinking it may be an issue with like with the HDMI port in the PlayStation. I'll have to clean it because I did have an issue. I tried one HDMI cord and it wouldn't even like show an image, and I had to like blow on it a little bit, and that's when it started to show an image. So I'm thinking it could probably still be a little dirty, and that's what's causing the little bit of screen tearing.
Right.
But I do have to. I'm just lazy to fucking unplug it, unhook it up, and then swabbing in whatever. But I do have
Yeah.
to do that because it did get in the way, right? It was kind of like uncomfortable to like see the screen stutter every like fucking 2 seconds or something. I hope it's not a big deal. Like I hope it, you know what I mean? Like I hope it's something that
Yeah.
I can just fix up by cleaning it.
Well, good luck, dude.
Yeah, for everyone who might be interested, today, Friday, July 10th, is the release date of the highly anticipated game Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2.
Hell yes.
I've heard news that you have already started playing it, Matthew.
Yes, I've beaten 2 levels, so far. So I have 3 characters, and I like
Nice.
everyone. I haven't, like, used the 3rd character, actually, I just unlocked them, and then I stopped playing, but he
Yeah.
seemed cool. And I don't it's more of the same with a little different a few improvements, like, health containers are now a different color, so you actually know where the health is on the level instead of just
Gotcha.
breaking every possible candle in sight.
Right, right.
The checkpoint system is a little nicer. I don't know, the UI looks a little cleaner. Uh,
Okay.
but I mean, it is the same, but like with all
Yeah.
new animations and story and characters and stuff. So yeah, I'm satisfied with it so far.
Switch or PC?
Yeah, I have it on Switch.
Yeah, Switch. Yeah, nice. I
Yeah,
did. I did purchase my copy as well, and I pre-purchased it like a couple of weeks ago. But I've been so busy today, I haven't had the chance to like actually play it. But I'm very, very excited to get into it. I see that it has multiplayer, which is really cool.
yeah, it's co-op.
Too bad it's not online though.
Yeah, that would be like a really big commitment for like what the game is, though. I think.
Right. It is kind of just like a budget game, right? It would be weird to
Yeah, like this came out so fast, like considering how long it takes to make a game, and
yeah.
considering how pretty recent the first one was. This was fast.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that like they had only been working on this like the last 6 months or some shit. It's just
Yeah,
impressive.
dude.
And it was only announced like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe. Just
Yeah, it kind
if
of came
that.
out of nowhere.
Right. I wonder. I was curious if Igarashi was actually involved in this. I can't seem to find any information on it because I know he wasn't
Yeah,
really.
I don't know. He definitely wasn't in the first one.
Right. He wasn't involved in the first one at all. He was more involved. He was only involved in like the actual.
The main game, which no one wanted a sequel for.
Yeah, apparently, right? Yeah, no one's even like mentioned the sequel for that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just so I guess I'm curious to see if he was involved in the second game. I feel like it'd be if he was, there would be information on it.
Honestly, the only complaint I have so far is that there's not an option to put on the classic Castlevania item like macro where because like you couldn't do that in Castlevania 1 on the NES, so they made you hit, up and attack or whatever to do
Oh yeah,
throw. But you can't
right.
even like have it as an option in Curse of the
Yeah.
Night, which I don't know, I'm like super used to it just from playing Castlevania, and it doesn't
No,
bother me at all.
you're right. When I play Curse of the Moon, the first one, I always default to like hitting up and attack to like use the items because I don't know, seeing the game the way it looks and everything how it plays, like my muscle
Yeah.
memory just defaults to that shit as opposed to like using another button, right?
It's probably better. It's just like I'm not used to it, but it would
Like
be nice to have the
right,
option.
exactly. And it is weird that it won't give you the option, seeing as like most every fucking game allows you to
Yeah,
customize.
I think like the ones with Soma and they all have that option. I'm pretty sure. I think I played
Right.
like with the option on, but
Yeah.
whatever.
So you think it's pretty cool so far, man?
Yeah, it's good. It's similar. The first level feels very similar because you're just the same Zangetsu.
Right.
Like the level is
Right.
different.
You
But
haven't picked up anyone else, so like you're just still playing as the
yeah,
same character, whatever. Yeah.
and like he has the same sub weapons, but all the characters have new sub weapons and like different powers. So it's definitely interesting.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I'm very excited to get to it.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could report back once I finish it, but I expected to like it, and I'm liking it. So that's
Right.
all there is to say about it for me.
Yeah. Do you have anything else in mind, dude?
Uh, Probably, but not at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. The week was so incredibly busy. I don't know. I guess I didn't quite take the time out to like think about topics that I particularly wanted to talk about on the show today.
You should watch Dora Doro and then report back.
No, you're right. I do have to do that. I am slowly making progress through Airbender. I know I've spoken on
Right?
the show
Yeah.
before that I did start watching it. but I do once again I do have a hard time following like serialized shows. So I am liking it. I think I'm halfway, maybe even more than halfway through the second season. I am wherever the big town that everyone knows the show for. I forget what it's
Boss
called.
thing say.
Yeah, Basing Se. Like I'm a couple of episodes into Basing Se, the
Okay.
Basing Se arc. Slowly but surely, man. Slowly but surely, and I
Yeah.
think Dorohedoro will be definitely the
Now, Owen and I have just been harassing Daniel in private chat, telling him to watch it every day.
yeah
It is
make
really that good, I think, and it's only 12 episodes, 25 minutes,
right.
whatever. So it's short.
Right, right. I did check it out. I checked out the like the trailer on Netflix, and I think I mentioned this before that I when it comes to like action type animated shows or animes or whatever, I do have this sort of attachment and like inclination to watch them in the Spanish dub. But I just think it's funny because the trailer on Netflix defaulted it in Spanish for some reason, which is weird. I didn't because I don't have any settings to like default my shows to Spanish or anything, but
Uh-huh.
it did default the trailer in Spanish, and the dub sounds it just sounds really cool, to be honest. It just reminds me of like when I was younger and like watching the animes that I used to watch when I was younger and stuff. So I don't know that.
Maybe it like checked your IP region or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably right, or maybe the fact that I have Airbender in Spanish on it, maybe that's
Right?
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's in 3D, which I think is super cool because it's like not noticeable. Really, it's like Dragon Ball, the
No
game.
way.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
Most of it is in 3D, but
I don't believe it.
it's not very noticeable. But then like the camera will spin around characters like in real time. It's very very
I
nicely
yeah,
done.
dude. I did not notice that shit. Well, granted, again, I only saw like the minute, 2 minute trailer, or whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't notice it at all. I just thought it was just straight up animated.
So yeah, I'd recommend it.
A while ago, I did try to start watching Cowboy Bebop, and
Oh yeah.
I think it's cool, right? But I expected it to be more serialized, and I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes, maybe, and it seemed to do like like the bounty of the week type deal, which I
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't really into, and I'm not sure if that's how the whole show goes.
We had it on DVD. I watched it with like Cam Spencer and Alex High, I think. And we
Nice.
watched the first few episodes. And like the first one is I thought was really cool. And
Yeah.
it's like going somewhere. But then it's like he has to like get a dog and then they just like
Right.
get the dog and then he like goes I mean this he goes to like a casino and it was like cool. But like this isn't going anywhere. It really is like monster of
Yeah.
the week stuff, which is not I don't know, that's not the impression I got from what people said about it. So
Right. I expected it to like follow this one arc like throughout the whole thing, and like you know what I mean. But like again, the handful of episodes that I did watch just seemed kind of like disconnected from each other. It was kind of like again the show. I think it's cool, and like the action and even like the English dub I thought was really good. But
yeah, it is.
in terms of what I wanted to get out of the show, it wasn't quite there. Again, I expected like a more serialized kind of story arc, not that. And it's exactly how you said it, right? It just feels kind of like and again, I don't know if this is just because it's what I expected, but it did feel very, very disjointed.
So maybe it gets more focused later on, and I'm sure it's good because it's like
Right, right.
stylish and everything. It's still cool,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know that just discouraged all of us from like continuing on with it, even though we own
Yeah.
like the full DVD of it or whatever.
Who retained that?
I don't know. I didn't buy it.
Right.
So whoever bought
Okay.
it,
Whatever. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
we bought it in like Portsmouth at some sort of like FYE, that's entertainment
Right.
style,
Right. Yeah.
whatever.
Oh wait, shit. I do have one topic that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember this, dude. I don't know how often you and I like went to get groceries like at the same time or together or whatever.
It's
But
been a few times, but it was pretty rare, I would say.
right. But I don't know if you ever caught on this, but like I would always say that I hated Goya products. I don't know if you ever heard me say that.
Honestly, I don't think I have.
Okay, well I
Maybe
always
you could have said it. Yeah.
yeah I always used to say that I hated Goya products for a couple of reasons. Right, number one, it just weirds me. Like, whatever, right? Like I know that like when it comes to like food products, I know that it's usually one huge ass fucking company that
Mhm.
owns and pretty much manufactures like a whole bunch of different brands and whatever. Like I get that, right? That's and I get it. But it always weirded me out the fact that so many different kinds of food items are just straight up labeled Goya, right? Like
Yeah.
from like fucking canned beans to like fucking fruit flavored sodas and like just anything, right? Like rice or like pasta is flavored Goya,
Yeah,
and like
no, you're right.
stupid, those Vienna sausages are labeled Goya too. That always just weirded me out, right? Not only does that weird me out, but I also kind of always hated the fact that a lot of those grocery stores in Worcester, they would have their like Hispanic foods labeled aisle, and the entire Hispanic food aisle was straight up just products with the Goya label, and I hated
Right,
that shit.
right.
I always hated that shit. So like, I don't like Goya products, and that is true. But of course, I made it more of a meme than it. You know what I mean? Like I exaggerated my reaction towards it. But I would always tell people that I don't like them and that I refuse to buy their products at all costs. It turns out, again, not to get political on the show, whatever.
I actually I saw that there's something going on with this, but like you better explain it because I really don't get it even after you guys tried to explain it to me.
Okay. I don't really know any. So the CEO of Goya, they released like some kind of news outlet released a story yesterday about how the Goya CEO and I quote, "We are all truly blessed to have a leader like President Trump who is a builder."
Right, which is a strange thing for like the vegetable company to say.
Yeah, right. And just considering how like freaking hateful Trump's discourse usually is, right? Like his discourse is usually, he always targets people, and he's always very I don't know how to say this, but he seems to like mock a lot of people a lot. And whenever
Yeah,
he's on whenever he's speaking out anywhere or whatever, right? And so it's just weird to see like a company with whom so many Hispanic people, because I do know that a lot of Hispanic people buy the fucking Goya products because they do a lot of like beans and like hot sauces, and I know because I've seen it, right? I know that because I've seen it in household, and it's just weird to like you know see a CEO of a company that is so supported by like Hispanic and Latino people and whatever come out and say something like that, right? It's just weird. And I just don't know anything about it, but like my guess would probably be that Goya is probably a very, very huge company that makes a lot of money, and you know, Trump's policies probably just give them a whole lot of tax cuts so they don't have to like pay as much money, and that's why this dude is happy.
yeah. No, it just I mean it's strange. Even if it was Obama, it's like why is the Goya president like talking about this at all?
Yeah, right, exactly. Like it seems random, right? Because there are no other, food brands coming out and saying, "Yeah, Trump, whatever," right? Like,
I don't think like they're even coming out and saying anything.
yeah, exactly. So that just goes, yeah, and the funny thing is that since this news broke out, I have seen not a whole lot of people, but I definitely have seen some people put out things about how they're going to start boycotting Goya and whatever, and
Right.
it just makes me laugh because it just reminds me of when I used to tell everyone that I was fucking boycotting Goya for the dumb reasons that I had, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm just like, I knew it. I told every one of you that they're not to be trusted and whatever. So I don't know. Yeah, dude, fuck Goya. I
I
hate
can
it.
only remember two specific times I was shopping with you ever. I think, but there
Okay.
could be more that I just don't remember.
I know that I did record that one video once of you when we were in a Price Chopper
Price
or
Chopper.
whatever.
I remember going to Price Chopper with you, and I
Yeah,
bought
why?
milk there, and it went
Were we
bad very quickly.
were we looking for anything in particular that one time? I don't remember.
I
We
think
must have been.
one of us needed something because we went at like a weird time,
Yeah.
and we like needed to get something for some reason. But then we just bought a bunch of other shit too. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the other time we went to Trader Joe's, and then you bought like expired milk. I remember that. That's why I
I
remember it.
bought expired milk. I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
that.
were visiting and you bought cereal and milk, and then you got back and you're like, "This milk has already
No
expired."
way. Oh God, that
Yeah,
sucks. I don't
you don't
remember
remember
that
not
at
having
all.
milk the
No,
entire week you were at our apartment?
no, dude, I don't remember that shit
It
at all.
definitely happened.
Yeah, that's upsetting because I probably bought the cereal so that I can have it every morning with spending a lot of food on like breakfast, and I just like, God damn it,
And then
God
you just
damn
had like beans or whatever. I don't know.
it. Right.
Yeah, I always love Trader Joe's. I think it's like it's a little upscale, but it's not pricey too much. It's
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I used to spend a lot less money on Trader Joe's than fucking Big Y, dude. Not even gonna lie. At
yeah,
least it felt that way for some reason. I don't know. And I feel like I bought a lot of shit. Right, I would usually buy like enough protein for the week, and that included like I don't know, like their frozen meatballs and then some kind of like frozen fish or whatever. And
yeah. I
oh,
don't know. I
Not a lot.
always like what I get from there. They have like
Yeah, yeah.
very good quality control.
And right, and their own like store branded products are really good. Like we talked
Yeah,
a lot about Bomba. That shit
I
rules.
love Bomba. Yeah, but
That
I
shit
would get
rules.
other stuff too. I like the. I
Of
don't know if
course.
this is a Trader Joe's product. I like the cereal they had, peanut butter puffin or whatever.
I think I know they did have their own store brand. I don't know if that one was it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they did have like not Cheerios, like Trader
right,
Joe's
right, right, right.
Oats and stuff like that.
You know what else Trader Joe's is hot? Their caramelized popcorn, caramel popcorn things. I love that.
I've never had it.
I feel like it's so much better than Cracker Jack because it feels a lot less fake sweet. You know?
Cracker Jack definitely tastes chemically.
Yeah, yeah, and like it's fine, it's nice, it's sweet, it's pleasant, whatever. But I don't know. I always felt Trader Joe's caramel popcorn was just.
Now we're just like telling people what to buy at Trader Joe's.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
The soy chorizo is a very good deal, by the way. You get like a whole sausage for about $2 of
damn.
fake chorizo, and it tastes good. It tastes like normal.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, a lot of fake meat was very very good from Trader Joe's. I remember getting that a
Yeah,
lot.
I was never like anywhere near being a vegetarian. I just liked the way the fake meat
Yeah, exactly.
tasted.
It's just good. It was just good.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, fucking if Trader Joe's wants to sponsor us,
Sponsor us.
yeah,
Remember that time? Well, never mind. Nick already like blew it.
yeah.
I don't remember what he said, but it definitely was like we were talking about Trader Joe's, and he said something offensive.
Yeah, we're like, all right, that's that. Yeah, we're never
Don't
getting.
listen to that episode, Trader Joe's.
Yeah, no. So we label every episode that Nick has been in.
Ignore
We
those.
label, right. We label the titles and just ignore the episodes that say featuring Nick K. Those aren't any good anyway.
Yeah,
Dude, did you end up joining the Yandere Dev Discord?
yeah, I did. I've been banned.
I was gonna, damn it! I was gonna say you should have
I should have
sped
done it
run.
right now.
No, you should have sped run getting banned from it.
Oh yeah. Well, the problem is, I don't know how the speedrun timing works now. You have to wait 24 hours before you can post things because people would spam it so often.
Oh, really?
For people who don't know, Yandere Dev, not Dave. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
funny though.
yeah.
Yandere Dev is someone like potentially running a Kickstarter scam for a dating sim. Uh, and the word just means like a girl who, over the course of your relationship with her, like transforms from being cute to being like abusive and trying to stab you.
Yandere
Um,
means that?
yeah,
No shit.
yeah. So that's what the game
Okay.
is about. Um, so I just went in and I was like, "Is this where I can get stabbed by anime girls?" I didn't think that would get me banned, but it did immediately. I had more stuff to say,
Yeah,
but
that's fucking funny, man.
they're like hyper vigilant because everyone fucking spams and shits
Yeah,
on this
right.
guy.
So what is this dude's actual name? No one knows? Do people not know?
I think it's out there.
I just feel stupid now because
His name is Alex.
it is okay. I just feel stupid because I never knew Yandere was. Whenever I've seen his like picture, whatever, I've always just seen him being referred to as Yandere Dev. So I just fucking thought that was his real name, just because I thought he was like, I don't know, like Eastern European or whatever. Yeah, I feel really
That's
dumb
funny.
now.
That's funny. No, I mean it's not a word you should even know because like
No, right. I will say he does kind of look like young Shia LaBeouf in some of these pictures.
they always stretch out his nose too because
Yeah.
he like famously doesn't like when people show him pictures of himself. So then they like
Oh
exaggerate
yeah.
even more. But you're not even allowed to post pictures of him unedited. I think in the server, which is weird because it's his server.
Yeah, Yandere. I'm looking up Yandere Dev nose.
It is kind of like bullying this dude, but he's
Yeah.
been like taking money from people to
Right,
make
right.
like if you make dating sims, like all the more power to you, but it's just like a
Yeah,
text box. Like
yeah,
you
right.
shouldn't be
You
taking
don't.
years of all these donations to make it.
Right. You would imagine that it wouldn't take a whole bunch of funds to actually produce it.
Yeah.
Right?
And he like just like takes assets from people and stuff. He's just kind of an
Nice.
asshole and people
Yeah.
don't like him. So it was like a meme to speedrun getting banned from his Discord for a while because he was always like vigilantly moderating it.
I love speedruns. So like random bullshit, like speedruns getting banned from fucking Club Penguin,
Yeah.
like shit like that. I don't know. It's really really funny to me.
Now it's the perfect world record because you can't access Club Penguin, so the
Right.
leaderboard is set in stone.
It just can't be beat anymore.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn. Dude. Speaking of speaking of Kickstarter scam, you know where I'm
Yeah,
going with this, right?
go ahead.
You might have to. Okay, what's the deal with fucking Butch Hartman's fucking Kickstarter?
Yeah, I did. I had forgotten about. I thought it failed because I hadn't heard about it in like probably 7 months, a year. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Let's see.
Then Owen was like, "Hey, what's the deal with Butch Hartman's debt work he's making?"
Yeah,
And then you were like, "Oh yeah, he wants $5 million on Kickstarter."
dude, okay. So I'm on the Kickstarter, and the last update, literally the last update that I can found, and it's all updates. There's been 6 updates since this shit started. The
Ever.
most the most recent one, update number 6, is from January 25th, 2019, dude. That's the
Yikes!
last one.
Yikes!
And here he says that one of their, I think he's mentioned, I don't want to read all of it, but I think he mentioned that one of the shows that just wrapped up uh, filming or whatever. But he says here on the third paragraph, he says, "We want to make a difference in the lives of children, tweens, young adults, seniors, and anyone else that's on the face of this wonderful planet Earth. We are looking to raise $50 million.
50. Oh my god!
$50 million for this first phase. So if you know of anyone who might be
My
interested in
god!
investing in people's lives through entertainment, email us at whatever."
Oh
So
my god!
far there's
I
been,
have to go look at it.
yeah, there's been 1,290 backers for $268,000 just about. So they're kind of a little bit short.
Dude, if you could, oh my god, you don't even get access to the streaming service for donating.
Oh, you don't? You
I
still have to pay for the
I've
like a
just
subscription or
opened
whatever?
I've just opened the tiers.
Oh
$5, you get
yeah.
an email that says thank you. $25, you get a phone wallpaper. $50, you get a sketch from Butch. I guess that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
75 shout out on YouTube from Butch. Yeah, all of it is like custom stuff from Butch Hartman. I thought this was a streaming service. Why don't I get access to the streaming service I'm paying money for?
Yeah, I guess you'll still have to pay for your like your monthly subscription to it or whatever, right?
I
Damn,
think
dude.
that's kinda telling about how he thinks like, how he thinks like he's gonna just carry this whole thing. Like you don't need
Yeah,
you don't need like executives and anything else to make a program. You just need like a celebrity.
like a dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not drawing all of the shows.
Right, right. Of course. And
So
it's just it's weird too because if you like Google Butch Hartman Kickstarter and you go to like news or whatever, like, all the most recent reports, or at least like the first results that you see, they're all from either 2018 or fucking 2019 or whatever.
yeah, the YouTube
So
videos that pop up are from around there, and they're all like lies and manipulation, laughably bad. Butch needs more money and has nothing to show for it.
yeah, dude, what's the deal? And like he already raised 2,600. I mean, 260,000 dollars. Like
Yeah,
it's
which
a
he
lot
will
of money
pocket.
already. Yeah,
Just keep it.
yeah, yeah. It's a lot of money. And I don't know. It's kind of weird because I used to be a really big fan of the Fairly Odd Parents, right? Like a very very big fan of Fairly Odd Parents.
Mhm.
And I remember when I randomly started following Butch on like Twitter or YouTube or whatever, like a few years ago. And he put up this video of him drawing characters and just talking about like his inspiration or stories working on the show or whatever. And I was like, all right, that's really cool. He seems like a cool, genuine guy and whatever. But then a lot of news popped up about him being like a weird creep and stuff. And then
I
the
didn't
big
even hear
fucking,
that, honestly.
well, maybe a weird creep is are not like the right words to say, but like the issue. I don't want to talk a lot about this because I read about this like a long time ago, so
Right.
I may not be very I guess accurate, if you will, but apparently he's just very involved in his church, and he's like alluded to the fact that like some of the shows, that he's trying to run on this platform or whatever are going to like uphold a lot of Christian values, and like I think he's kind of like mentioned here and there that like by that he means that there's not going to be any fucking like homosexuality or any of those things that
Uh-huh.
people just get really really offended by for some reason. You know what I mean? Like he's
That's not like in the mission statement. Like, fine if you want a Christian network,
yeah,
go for it, but it doesn't
right.
say the word Christian. And I'm looking at the page; it doesn't say it on the page. What if like an atheist donates and he's like, Actually, all these shows are like Bible education."
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, right? Once again, I could be be misphrasing some of this because I only read this like fucking years ago. But because I did watch some of those videos that you mentioned, like him being like calling him out for a scam or whatever, and like
Yeah, yeah.
there was some footage of him in one church or something talking about how there's all this shit on TV, like sex and homosexuality and whatever, and how that's kind of like corrupting our people and whatever. That's kind of what I remember him just being outspoken about this. So like it gives people the idea that with his platform, he's trying to like just ignore that and I don't know. You know what I mean? It just gives people the wrong reasons because he's been really like outspoken about this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems that he's trying to fuck people over. I don't know. Very very strange.
Yeah, I mean, he's either scamming people or just an idiot.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? You would think that to like make a show to be behind a show as like crazy popular as the Fairly Odd Parents was. Not only crazy popular, but I genuinely thought the Fairly Odd Parents was a very clever show. Like genuine. You would think that like you would be smarter than this guy's showing to be.
Honestly, he could have just made another. If he made a Kickstarter to just make a show, I
Yeah.
think it would have been fine. I think he would have got the money. But he asked
Right.
for
Right.
$50 million for a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
it's
only
just charity. You don't even get like lifetime
you don't even
access
get
to the
anything.
network, dude.
Right.
Come on. What is this?
Fucking weird. But anyway, yeah, Butch Hartman, big show, big fan of Fairly Odd Parents, but I don't know, weird, very very weird shit.
Funny that we're
Um,
even talking about it.
yeah, I don't fucking
I
know.
guess the buddy's just God now.
Right. Cool, dude. I don't know what else.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
You wanna start wrapping this shit up?
Yeah, I guess we shall.
What did we learn today, Matthew Peterson?
I learned it was $50 million, which Harvard was asking for when I thought I
God
remembered it
damn,
as being
dude,
five,
that
which is
blows my mind.
insane. And I guess I learned about like more about the Goya thing, whatever's going on. I mean, it was on the news.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously people are talking about it, but
Right.
whatever. Yeah, that's all I got. Did you learn anything from this
I
insightful
learned
commentary?
I learned that Yandere Dev is the
It's
dude's
not
real
his
name.
name.
Yeah, I heard that it just like stands for like developer of Yandere games or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, dude. I did have a question that I wanted to ask you
Okay.
that I forgot.
Yeah.
Cereal, is it soup or not?
It's not soup because you can eat it without the milk.
When you do add milk to it, is it soup or not?
I guess I would say no,
Why?
because soup is a broth that is then imbued with the flavor of the ingredients, and they like simmer in it,
Right.
and then it tastes like the ingredients while you have the liquid part. But cereal, I mean, it happens a little, but you don't like season the milk. It just tastes like the cereal and the milk, and I guess it's
Right.
like if you had like a soup that was just like a broth and you put raw onions in the hot broth and then you drank it, and that's like technically onion soup, but it's a shitty soup.
Right. Or if you just had like cooked chicken and you just added hot water.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
say it's chicken soup, but that's just like steamed chicken.
Yeah, you're right. I guess you're right.
Interesting question though.
So consensus is cereal with milk is not soup.
At least for now.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely dig into this topic a little deeper. We'll ask experts Owen and
Owen,
yeah,
just Owen.
right. We'll ask him and then we'll report back on this issue in subsequent episodes.
Tune in next week where we live on recording apply to have our Netflix original approved. Keep tuned for that one because we're just gonna read the script. And there's like 8 characters, but it's just me and Daniel.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to present that to the Netflix executives. Hopefully we can get it.
Yeah,
That'd be a very cool project to work
I don't know how they'll feel about us live recording it, but whatever.
on. Yeah, who cares?
It seems like they just approve anything, so we should be fine.
Shit, you're right. Well, cool, Matthew Peterson. Thank you so much for your time, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah! This was a good time. We got to catch up after you've been giving presentations for like 7 days straight.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow fucking morning.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning with the
Wait,
curse.
why is it so early if Alex Ha is not going to be in it, by the way? I'm just curious. I don't mind it. But
It's
I'm
never
curious.
early because of Alex Hyde. It's early because Nick is like bike riding with Greg Jones.
He's in DC?
Yeah, Apparently,
Oh,
Greg is
okay.
going to visiting to go on a bike ride with Nick.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. I can. So 7, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Matthew Peterson. Peace out, dog.
Yeah. See you later.
All right.